pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everyone. Just a reminder, if you have a cell phone, please shut it off or put it on vibrate. With that, we'll have roll call.
Mayor Bain.
Here.
Councilor Burrell. Here. Councilor Lindstrom.
Here.
Councilor Scalise.
Here.
Councilor Sherman. Councilor Spradlin. Councilor Stroud.
Here. Okay, number 3, the approval of the agenda for this regular meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda? Hearing none, I would look for a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
So moved. Chiefs.
Councilor Scalise, motions to approve. Second?
Second.
Second, Councilor Lundstrom. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilor Scalise.
Yes.
Councilor Stroud.
Yes.
Councilor Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilor Gurrell. Yes. Mayor Bain.
Yes. Okay, number 4, approval of the minutes. We've all had a chance to look at the minutes for the regular meeting of November 8th. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, I would look for a motion to approve the minutes as submitted. Nobody?
So moved.
So moved, Councilor Stroud. A second?
Second.
Second, Councilor, which one? Scalise. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilor Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilor Gurrell. Yes. Councilor Stroud.
Yes.
Councilor Scalise.
Yes.
Mayor Bain.
Yes. Is there anyone that would like to publicly comment tonight? Okay. Number 6, management. This is a second reading of ordinance number 892-21, an ordinance approving the leases of certain real estate owned by the city of Brush for terms of 5 years. Staff member Monty Therese.
Okay, as the council probably remembers, we had a few different meetings in regards to the leasing of the city farms. We already had the first ordinance that was passed a number of weeks ago. So this is just going through the next step, which is the second reading. And I think it worked out pretty well. The leases, well, all the tenants are aware of this, so they're just waiting, and then those leases will be signed, executed, and I believe it's February that we're looking at those leases starting.
Okay. Okay, with that, I would look for a motion on this ordinance.
I'd move we approve ordinance number 892-21.
Okay.
You want me to read it, or?
Do we need to, is the number good enough on something like this?
Second reading, I think it's.
I think, because, yeah, first, okay. Okay, so we have a motion to approve the ordinance number 892-21. Do I have a second?
Second.
Councilor Lundstrom, second. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilor Stroud.
No.
Councilor Scalise.
Yes.
Councilor Gurrell. Yes. Councilor Lundstrom.
Yes.
Mayor Bain.
Yes. Okay, 6B, a board appointment. We've had 2 vacancies on the Board of Adjustment, and Neil White expressed an interest in becoming a member of this board. And in talking to Rick Caroglia, we have a couple of things coming up, and we have a very minimum number of people for that board. So I'm asking tonight for council approval to appoint Neil White to the Board of Adjustment. And he was on the Board of Adjustment about, well, between 10 and 15 years ago. So with that, I'd like to have a motion to approve him as a member.
I'd move we approve Neil White to the Board of Adjustments.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilor Stroud. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilor Gurrell. Yes. Councilor Stroud.
Yes.
Councilor Lundstrom.
Yes.
Councilor Scalise.
Yes.
Mayor Bain.
Yes. Okay, this next one, finance. Councilor Lundstrom? Okay.
I move we approve disbursements and payroll from November 9th to November 22nd, 2021 in the amount of $785,811.61.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Councilor Scalise seconds. Any further discussion? Roll call vote.
Counselor Scalise,
Yes.
Counselor Gural,
Yes.
Counselor Strauss,
Yes.
Counselor Lundstrom,
Yes.
Mayor Bay.
Yes. Okay, moving on to staff reports. First up, we have Rick Krogley, an Assistant City Administrator.
Supplemental budget?
Supplemental budget.
Oh, I went right over that. Yeah, okay.
Is it
Hold on,
January
Rick.
already?
Oh, you're gonna hit me with that one again. Okay, moving on to, oh, it was right after finance, there we go. 7B, 2021 supplemental budget. In our packets, we had the supplemental budget spelled out as to the discussion that we had at the board retreat as to certain items were gonna be brought forth as a supplemental budget. With that, I would look for a motion to approve the supplemental budget.
I move we approve the supplemental budget.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second?
Further discussion? Roll call vote.
Counselor Scalise,
Yes.
Counselor Strauss,
Yes.
Counselor Gural,
Yes.
Counselor Lundstrom,
Yes.
Mayor Bay.
Yes. Okay, now moving on to staff reports. Rick Krogley. I'm sure.
Good evening. It's good to see you guys. I know I always look forward to this time, and I usually have a ton to say, and I don't have a ton to say tonight, so I'm going to give you just a brief overview. Just in the building department, currently we have, for the month of November, $7,900 have come in from permits. October, we had $16,300, so we definitely are starting to slow down because the weather's changing and the ground's going to be frozen soon, so we're not going to be doing much, but it is a little bit. David, our building inspector, has enrolled in building code college courses for continuing education, and he is going to be starting the IBC study guide in flashcards to get ready for his IBC test. And so that's usually your building inspector has two. You have your IRC, IBC, residential, and commercial. So he's going to be starting that. We're anticipating a lot of development next year, and we're trying to get ahead of the curve right now of getting him ready for that. So he's doing well. We currently have over 1,100 current and legacy permits that have been entered into the MyGov system, our building department software. So we're doing great. Our part-time staff person has been out, and hopefully she will be back in the next, I don't know, maybe next week, but she's had some issues where she had to take an EKG test and revealed that there's an infection in her heart. And so, but she's on antibiotics right now to try to get that straightened out, but it definitely, she had a heart attack. And she's 40 years old.
Wow.
And so there's some virus in her system is causing that. So we're trying to get her back to health. So other than that, still staying the course and really busy.
Question, Rick. Sorry. Did Central go through?
Yes, Central School was purchased last week.
I don't believe it. All right.
I know it is hard to believe. The first week of December, the plan is to go start the cleanup and the abatement. And hopefully then we'll start talking to them and getting some engineering drawings of what exactly is going to happen and start working through that quick. So,
Sweet.
Okay.
any other
Nice, sir.
questions?
Okay. Any other questions? All right.
Question, Rick. Your part-time person,
Yes.
is she still in the hospital or
No,
is she home?
she's back at home.
Okay.
She's just on rest.
Okay.
So,
That was it.
that was it. Anybody else?
Rick. Good job.
Okay. Next up, Dale Colwick, Director of Public Works.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of items real quick is our street crews are busy putting up decorations, getting ready for the holiday season, so we're pretty much focused with our street crew and getting that done. Also, just want to remind counselors, in case you get asked, that with the Thanksgiving holiday coming up, our Thursday routes will be picked up on Wednesday, and our Friday route will be picked up on Monday.
Thursday goes a day early, Friday goes a day late. Okay.
We did go out on Facebook as well and Couple
Yes, I
days
believe we try to
ago.
get it out. I just want
Yeah.
to remind everybody that that's our plan.
Okay.
So if anyone asks, they can go on Facebook to the city and they can
I don't
find
social
it.
media, I can't either.
Okay.
I know it's
Out,
there.
Dale, for the Christmas ornaments on the poles going down 34, the Christmas,
Right,
that's
those-
still a no-go.
That's still no-go. Those are XL poles, and you have to get their permission to do anything with them. In addition to that, if it's got a transmission line with it, you cannot put anything on it. They won't allow you to put anything on a transmission line. So that would pretty much just leave everything to one side of the highway.
Right.
But we'll have to keep working on something. But we are looking at getting the downtown lights taken care of. So getting them put in.
I'm just gonna clarify some things downtown. Been working with Dale's crew. Our plan is to do as much as we can this year. I know we've got the big fiberglass displays up. Next, the lights on the trees will come, the bump outs again, we'll do that. And we went into the old Connex box to see what we can try to repurpose, and then come to find out that really can't use any of that stuff. It's too heavy, and you put it on the pole with wind, and it's probably gonna do a lot of damage to our poles if we were to do that. So, unfortunately, that was gonna save us thousands of dollars just to put new lights on them, but that's not an option anymore, so it's very disappointing. So they're really heavy. I mean, we put them in the office trying to figure out what we can do with them, and at this point, they're not gonna be used, unless you wanna put them around the buildings hanging somewhere, but at this point, we can't put them on the poles. So we're gonna just put lights on the poles, kind of string it up like a candy cane, put Christmas banners up, and then focus on next year of what we can actually, big snowflakes or something like that.
Okay.
What was the big thing that Matt was talking about last year, the Merry Geetmas, or what, you remember
Mary,
what I'm
oh,
talking
yeah,
about? What,
yeah,
is that-
it
is
just
still a
never
thing?
happened.
No, okay.
I mean, it was a great idea. Matt was trying to be funny, and it just tanked. That's what happened. So
Okay.
we'll do some kind of social event to get people to come downtown, but I've already seen a lot of people down there taking pictures, so it's getting people downtown. But more's coming if people ask. Yeah, we're not finished. We're just kind of really started.
And as a point of clarification, we are talking about the city-owned light poles in the downtown area, not any of the XL poles.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right, thank you. Next up, Loranda Packers, City Clerk.
The only item to really bring up tonight is the December training. I'm going to be emailing everyone probably this week with a few dates to choose from, and then we'll get that set up.
Okay.
That's all I
Training
have.
for what? Orientation and basic training for council.
Okay.
Okay, that's it? Okay, Dan Krubb, City Attorney.
Thank you. I've been working with Rick on a couple development issues, so you'll see those coming here eventually. Chief Boss and myself and the judge met with the sheriff, and we actually were able to work out a deal that kind of balances the jail's need to control COVID and our need to get inmates in there, so that was actually really productive. And then I'm working on some water protection of water services.
Okay, any questions? Okay, Monty Therese, City Administrator.
Okay, no report. All of mine are gonna be discussed in work session.
Okay. Mayor and council reports, does anyone have anything to report tonight? Kevin? Nothing?
Go Beat Diggers?
Oh, there you go, that's a good one, that's a good one.
Where is Lance, by the way? We'd like to congratulate him.
He's doing coaching stuff.
I was gonna say.
They're holding practice right now.
Oh, okay.
You know, one thing I did not understand, though, I know Brush had two away they had a home game, and they had two away games. I thought for sure that the game would be in Brush. I didn't know they had changed to a neutral field
Oh, is it
site.
neutral?
It's in Pueblo. But if you're gonna have a neutral field site for Eaton and Brush, why
Yeah.
make them both go that far to,
Right.
anybody know
Everybody
anything?
is minus 4A and 5A, everybody's going down there.
Oh, it is?
So,
Every-
yeah.
Okay.
Dutch Clark Stadium or what?
At CSU Pueblo is the
Oh,
one.
sure.
So it should be cool.
Yeah. What was the thing I saw on social media that I thought was great? It said, they have the rankings, but we have the Lance. Isn't that good? Did you see that? They have the rankings, we got the Lance. I thought it was great, so. Yeah, go Bee Diggers. Anybody else?
I think the only thing that I would like to say is to pass along my sincerest condolences to the Olson family, and to just honor the memory of Thor Olson, who was killed fighting the fire up near Estes. So he was laid to, he was brought, I don't know if he was laid to rest
Today,
today, but he
right?
was brought in today. There was a processional that included all of our fire departments and the whole county.
Oh, right.
So
Good.
I just wanted to pass that along too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting and move immediately into our work session.